What is going on? Welcome back, everybody. I should get rid of that. Oh. That was from the course earlier. TC. Is that Ted Cash? You changed your name? What up? Sorry I'm late. We got two watching. I don't know. Wait another second for everyone to come in. I'm sorry. We had the whole Patreon course today, which ended up going not how I thought, but it went pretty well. So it was fun. Honestly, I don't have much prepared, and there doesn't look like there's much going on today. So making this more of an AMA. Hopefully you guys have good questions. If not, it's going to be a short show. So let's hear what you guys have to say. But let's just go to the Bitcoin chart. 23,172. Looking kind of bullish. I don't know. Let's look at the 4 hour. $23,173. We got the bull flag right there. Breaking out of the bull flag. Aiming for a higher high. Does that mean that the bearish divergence continues? Kind of. But we'll have to see how that plays out. Are we going to hit the 27K target that I said we would? I don't know. And I guess more importantly, the question is, have we bottomed? I keep reiterating that. But I keep saying I think we have. And I keep saying, but Richard Hart says that it hasn't yet. And then I keep saying that all indicators say that it has bottomed. This looks like a nice capitulation and bottom pattern. But yeah, that's really that in terms of the Bitcoin price. I remain so far on track for being right about the bottom. But we're just going to have to wait and see that. And I continue to dollar cost average. So that's really that for Bitcoin. Just remember, guys, I don't have much prepared for today's show. So hope you guys have audio's off. Settings. Testing. It says it's on. You sure? Someone else in the chat. Can you guys hear me? Anyone? Can anyone out there hear me? Hello? Okay, no, it's good. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so that's really it for the Bitcoin. Drop your comments in the chat, or else we're gonna have a short show because literally nothing going on, and I couldn't prepare because of the whole meeting. So Hex price 2.65. Doesn't look as bottomish as actually, because we're on the 4 hour. Yeah, that looks better. Is that a bottom right there, guys? Is that the bottom? And we're just up and to the right from here? We're not up and to the right. We're due for a sideways consolidation, okay? I don't have to do the TA today. I did it yesterday. It's more or less the same thing. But actually, we are breaking above this. So never mind. We are breaking above this. So we should be headed higher unless we break below it, and then we should be headed lower. But yeah, I mean, we are breaking above that resistance, but we broke below the support, and then we came back in. So I guess we're going to have to see. There's only bullish news ahead in terms of the testnet V3 coming out and in terms of the PulseChain launch. And I think cyclically, in terms of the cycles, very good news. In terms of the Fed policy, very good news. I was actually talking to one of my patrons, and he said that Canada said this is the last 25%, 25 point increase. That was their last one, and it looks like they're going to hold and then probably go back down. Is the U.S. going to raise 25 or 50? And whichever one is it going to be the last one? It's very possible. I don't know. They seem a bit hawkish, so we're probably going to get maybe two or three more over two or 3 months. I'd say two more. I'd say two more over 2 months, max 3, and then it's down from there. There's a hold, and then it's down from there. I think the markets are going to take that very bullishly. I think that's very bullish for crypto in the long run. We're going to also have to see the CPI. So if the CPI comes out lower, CPI comes out below 6.5, below 6. Market's going to take it very bullishly. We had a very rough year. It's been a very rough year, right? It's been a very rough year for crypto, no doubt about it. But I think we are past the worst. I think FTX and Celsius, Luna, BlockFi, those things just kept on getting thrown at us. And I don't know if much more could get thrown at us. And even if it gets thrown at us, I don't know how much it could hurt the price because we've just went down so much. Is that fair? I think that is. Then we got the green day today. And on Hex Daily Stats, we got 56 changing current holders, 11 changing current stakers. How much was the payout per T-share? Payout per T-share was 6.3. Okay, consistently above 6. That is the rundown. But let's see what you guys are saying. Ask any questions you may have. Because I don't have anything prepared. What's up? Academicated and Animal Guy says, my brain hurts from listening to this guy. This guy. Just say we're going higher if it goes up or lower if it goes down. CIAO. I don't know what that means. I hope it's not rude, but yeah, that's really what technical analysis is. They can never give you a definitive answer. And if they do, they're wrong many times. But I gave you a good outlook. I said the bottom's in. I said the future looks very bullish. And I say I continue to dollar cost average. That's fair, based on tangible metrics. But yeah, that is what it is. I don't know. If you're the kind of guy that's looking for definitive answers from a technical analyst, you're probably a sucker. Only 56 holders ain't a whole lot. I mean, What are you looking for? A couple hundred? It's definitely rude. Yeah, it's definitely rude. But what else are you guys saying? Fed announcement in a couple of days will push the price up temporarily. Well, it depends. What if inflation comes back 7% or something? It's gonna probably wreck it. But I don't know. They're trying to show that they're very hawkish. So I definitely don't think it's gonna get like I think we're getting 25 or 50 25. The worst would be 50 25 25. If they get 50, that's gonna hurt. If Fed announces we're doing a $50 a 50 basis point rate hike, the market would take that very badly. That's the way I see it. And I think if the market takes it badly, I think Hex takes it badly. I don't think Hex is the exception. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Is there anything else really to look at? Andre, welcome, Andre. What's the video from Johnny Chaos about the ratio between Hex, eHex, Pulse, and PulseX during the first 48 hours? You're talking about when he came on my show? It's actually interesting because we have the patron, the patron Zoom meeting, whatever you want to call it. It was supposed to be a course on Ethereum and ended up going like to a way different spot, but it was fun. One of the questions one of the patrons had was what the ratios are going to be during launch. And anybody that tells you that they know what the ratios is going to be is a liar. But meaning exactly what the ratios are going to be. You want my guess? Probably PHEX is going to be worth the most, right? It's not going to have the most gains, perhaps, because of diminishing returns, especially against literally two cryptos that just came out. So it's going to be worth the most, though. You're not going to get one for one, like Pulse to PHEX or eHex. That's insane. Especially eHex is priced in cents already. It's not even fractions of a cent. So obviously Hex and I'm assuming PHEX are going to be the most valuable against the US dollar and therefore against Pulse and PulseX, and then probably Pulse is going to be second, and then PulseX is probably going to be third. Now you could speculate what PulseX is going to be priced at against Pulse. Is it going to be 2 to 1? Is it going to be 1.5 to 1? Is it going to be 1.25 to 1? Is it going to be 8 to 1? I don't know. But if you go to maybe circulating supply based on the sacrifice money, right? How much was I think there was what 600 million or something sacrifice for Pulse, and like $1 billion sacrifice for PulseX. So there's going to be you could go off the circulating supply ratio, but circulating supply does not correspond to price. I mean, it definitely is a metric. It definitely is, goes into factoring in what the price is going to be, but it's not the only metric. It's a lot more complicated than that. So also, like you talk about ratios, you're talking about ratios in a given period of time, but also, so given the volatility, the ratios are going to change a lot and they're going to change very quickly. It's not going to be like Bitcoin against Ethereum. That's another thing to consider, because given how thin the liquidity is probably going to be, the ratios are probably going to be changing very rapidly. So if you're trying to ratio trade during the PulseChain launch, you are riding the bull. You are riding the tiger, bro. And usually it doesn't end well, but maybe it will. I mean, You could walk out a tremendous, tremendous winner, but you could also walk out a tremendous, tremendous loser. And factoring in like emotions and how people tend to get really, really scared when they lose money, and people tend to get really, really arrogant. And so people tend to sell when they lose money because they get really, really arrogant. When they get really, really scared and they think it's going to drop more, and they sell, and then they get left behind. And also, like when it goes up, people get very, very greedy, and they think that they could hold forever. They think they could hold a lot longer than they should be holding, and then they end up, selling too late or just getting wrecked. I'm saying so. So you could say, oh yeah, but just buy it low and sell it high. Not that simple, because like sometimes you get scared, but you think, oh yeah, it's going down, so now's not the time to do it, and then it goes down another 50%, and then like you're getting really scared. Then you're thinking it's gonna go down another 50, and you'll just buy back later or whatever. It just doesn't work. It never works. Honestly, I don't like that people think that they're gonna ratio trade and walk out on top. Probably not gonna. I think the people that should be ratio trading are the people that actually have the buying power to actually move markets. I think that could be, but even that's risky. But I guess it makes more sense because at least there's something you could control. But like someone who's not a whale and has no buying power, you're playing a dangerous game. But yeah, I think that's a good answer. I don't have much to talk about, so if there's any other questions, or else we could have a short stream. Andre Ricardo says, it's going to be crazy and wild during those first 48 hours for sure. Yep. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to DCA. But we could talk about this in depth if you go to furufinance.com and book a free 10-minute. Today, we could definitely talk about this in depth. But are there any other questions? We got 22 watching. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Torin, what's up? And Maddie Crypto, what's going on, Maddie? Good afternoon. $56 is garbage. 56 is garbage. For bear market, it's pretty solid. I mean, there were some days getting in the 3 digits, but not a lot. Definitely not a lot. It was mainly in the 2 digits. And that's because people like buying when the price goes up. That's what we have to realize. People like buying when the price goes up. It's like one of the reasons why when you want to market something, when you want to market a crypto in the bear market, you got to be marketing to people that know crypto, because people that don't know crypto are just not going to buy. They think you're crazy. Right now, the people, your relatives that know you're into crypto, they think you are a degen. But those same people will probably be coming over to you when you're very rich, if you're very rich during the bull market, and asking you how they could buy and get in on this. That's really how it works. So that is really why I'm so for, targeted advertising, targeted onboarding with TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Because right now you are on the fringe. You are on the fringe right now. But you could market to other people on the fringe. Like you could market to other people in other cryptocurrency communities because they understand the cyclical nature. They understand crypto's not going anywhere, right? Or at least they believe it, like we do. And they probably understand the how markets are all moving together. And meaning they could look at a price chart of Hex being down and they could understand that, yes, it's down, but everything else is also down. So it's not a testament against the particular cryptocurrency as much as it is just, indicative of the market being down. So that's why I like TikTok. And then we got SB Detox Hex says TikTok is exploding with Hex videos right now. Oh, that is awesome. I'm really proud to hear that. Thank you. And I posted 2 yesterday. Hopefully I'll post today too. But if you're not in that chat, you better get in that chat. And you better start posting TikToks and YouTube shorts or supporting those who are. So let me actually send the link. And Metastang says, what's up, Metastang? Pete Swag says 56 is garbage. We have hundreds of Hex influencers if each got 1 a day. It's just hard, man. I mean, try onboarding someone and not like a friend who really trusts you kind of thing. And, try onboarding a random person right now. It's not as easy as it was, but the fact that things are happening in this community and the fact that there are double-digit onboards every day is very bullish. But that is. Also relative to what? Like, you want to go back to like the bull market? Like, when was the top? Let's go back to September 2021. September 2021. Yeah, look at this. Change in current holders. Wow. 428, 883, 1,138, 1,395, 880. Current stakers. Wow. 438, 618, 679, 789, 580, 553. This is crazy. Yeah, that's you should probably be bearish if there's high triple digit numbers, current holders and current stakers, because that means we're getting close to the top. I mean, just look at past data, right? People like buying tops and selling bottoms, right? So everything that really happens, I guess current holders and stakers are just, they're lagging indicators. It means that it's already happened. It means the prices already went up like crazy. But I think the fact that we are getting double digits, even when the price is going down, and, it's showing that, there's not a minus in wallets, meaning there's a net increase in wallets. That's very bullish. When the price drops like 97%, generally most people just get out and they never come back. But although people are selling a lot, they're not going out. They're not leaving for good. And that's the most important thing. The most important thing is that people stick around and don't leave. So I think that's really good. I get excited when I see even like 60, 70 change in current holders and stakers in a day. But are there any other questions, guys? Help me out. I don't have any material. Again, we We did the Patreon Zoom meeting. It was a lot of fun. You could be a patron. All you have to do is go to furufinance.com. You get all this content. You get great benefits as well. There's great membership benefits, and it supports me. So go head over there. You get discounts, you get Zoom meetings, courses, Discord, all those kind of things, and you support me. Link is in the description. Hopefully we could get some more patrons. But I'm going to go just take a leak real quick, and you guys drop your questions. Drop your questions. This is an AMA. This is an AMA. And we're back. 27 watching. Hit the like and subscribe. AMA stream, guys. AMA with super chats. Feel free to leave a super chat. But I don't have much prepared, and there's not much happening. So just throw your questions there. Throw your questions in there. Throw your questions at me. And I love talking to you guys. Adam Rosenberg. Welcome, Adam. Welcome back, Adam. Hex about to break to 3. Yeah, I hope so. So it's definitely looking positive. Like I said, I'm very positive about the market. About the bottom. I don't think we're going to anything crazy right now, but bottom being in, it's looking like it, which is great. I mean, that means that if you stake, it's only upside if I'm right, but I don't know. SB Detox X. What are your thoughts on PX and EX in the long-term price? So that is interesting. So you have there's either parity, right? And parity will not happen automatically. Parity will happen based on what the origin address does, because the origin address has so much hex, right? 90% of the circulating, 90% of the total supply, I think. And yeah, so that means 90% of the total supply copied over. That means you can have 90% of EX and 90% of PX. If the origin address makes a liquidity pool of 10 billion EX and 10 billion PX, it will reach parity, because if it's 50-50, then they're tradable 1-for-1. And there is not even enough buying power outstanding to have a serious impact on the ratio. Like, even if all of the EHEX gets traded for PHEX, right, it would still be very close to 1-to-1. So, that could lead to parity. If not, which we don't know, and we have no expectations from the work of others, that depends on Ethereum. If the Ethereum gas fees persist 10 years from now, Ethereum still not having gas fees, then Ethereum, then honestly, you're probably your EHEX will probably go to zero. I mean, because then no one's going to be using Ethereum, and everyone will be using PulseChain or other networks, whatever. I mean, whatever blockchain figures it out. So do you think that's going to happen? I don't think that's going to happen. Ethereum has a solution for the gas fees. It's called sharding. And that should probably be implemented over the next 2 years. So if Ethereum is able to fix the gas, then it really depends. I mean, no one really knows if PulseChain or Ethereum is going to be the better blockchain or, whatever. 10 years from now, 5 years, PulseChain is definitely going to be faster and better for Hex over the next 2 years. So I think in the short term, I'm definitely going to obviously lean towards PHEX, but in the long term, I just have both. But I'm going to go with PHEX because I like PulseChain, because I'm a Hexican. Okay, you got to go with Richard Hart's blockchain. So it's a very complicated question. But I just buy now because that means that I get PHEX, right? When it launches. So that's really that. But SB Detox, welcome, and go to furufinance.com and book your free one-on-one and become a patron. But thank you for the question. Hope that answers it. Let me know if that answers it. Let me know if that's a good answer. Hi-Fi language. I need an on-ramp to exchange fiat for Hex, etc., or get ready for mainnet launch. What on-ramps are you using that are safe? I use Coinbase. I have no issues with it. As long as you're not keeping your money there, it's not really a problem. I mean, they work. If they didn't work, then everyone would know they don't work. So, yeah, I mean, I use Coinbase. Ben Dubard uses Kraken. So, I mean, I heard that's good, but it really depends. But I use Coinbase, no problems with that, except the fees are a little high. But yeah, that's what I use. It's the only thing you could use in New York, honestly. So, for what that's worth. Wondering if Pulse will be available on Uniswap at launch. Well, if people bridge, sorry. If people bridge Pulse onto Ethereum, then it would be available on Uniswap. So it'll be like when you buy Matic on Ethereum, you're just buying bridged Matic. So I think it will be. My friends know Hex crypto will explode in the next 1 year, but they are not in the market. They'll come back to me 2024 and ask how to be in the market. I don't know if you were here earlier, but that's what I said. I said, right now we are on the fringe. We are kooks. We really are. I mean, I have this friend comes up to me every single morning. How's that FTX thing doing? Every single morning. How's that? You still invested in that FTX thing? So that's, my friend is representative of the general public. But crypto's come back before, and I think it's going to come back again. And when that happens, he's probably going to come to me and say, "How do I buy that thing that you got because you're driving a Lambo?" I don't know. I mean, I don't want to give unrealistic expectations or whatever. I don't want to give expectations, but I think that what I'm in is going to do very well. But yeah, they will come back to you 2024, 2025, hopefully, in my opinion, not financial advice. Your thoughts on when the Fed pivots? Well, when does the Fed pivot? The Fed pivots when inflation comes down to 2%. I mean, that's their goal. So when's it going to come down to 2%? Well, it's been going down by a nice amount, by like maybe 0.75% every single month on average. So that means if it continues going that way, which probably it will, maybe a few pullbacks, which will lead to corrections. So we're at 6.5. Let's say the next one comes. So that's 1 month later, it goes down to 5.75, then 5, then 4.25, 3.5, and then you're at 2.75 or whatever. Let's say in 5 months you're at 2.75. So let's say in 8 months we're at 2%. Is that possible? I think it's very possible. So maybe in 8 months. And are they maybe going to just start lowering it before it reaches the 2%? Because they're like, the trajectory is 2. So I don't know, but I think closer to the end of 2023, maybe like 7 months, July 2023, August 2023. How about that? Fair? August 2023 pivot. Also, you have to take into account. You have to take into account if, let's say, the market can't handle these rate hikes for a prolonged period of time. So you could have inflation, at maybe 3.8% or 4.5%, and they're just like, but unemployment's skyrocketing. So they're just like, we're going to take down the rate hikes. That could also happen. But unemployment's deflationary. So if the economy keeps getting worse, then inflation is going to come down faster, right? Do people like spending money when they don't have a job? No. And spending money is what leads to inflation. So I hope that answers it. Cryptomania. Do you love Ponzi's? Do you mean the US dollar? Because the US dollar is the Ponzi. Okay, no, I don't like Ponzi's. Coast will be a good on-ramp once launched. I hope so. I mean, I don't know. People are going crazy about Coast. I don't see any evidence of him taking any meaningful. I mean, are there documents? Nobody even knows who the guy is, and he's saying he's building on-ramps. So I hope so. Definitely has an idea for it, and he has like 2 other coins that he's making, and this has been bringing a lot of attention to his coins. So I hope he's actually going to come through with an on-ramp, but I don't know. Is there anyone out there that has like any meaningful evidence or knows the guy or anything? Like he says he's talking with regulators. I don't know. The whole thing seems a little bit weird. I can't really get anything on the website, so I don't know. Maybe there's something I don't know. But I used to be quoting him like every episode, and then I realized, like, wait a second, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying he's a scammer. I'm not saying he's not being truthful, but I don't want to talk about him if I have no evidence. And maybe, I don't know, if you could send me a source, I'd love that. And then I go crazy about it. But until I have a source, I'm not going to talk about it. But that's not to say that I just don't know enough. Maybe I should dig deeper. Yes, I think the same. I think ETH for one-time longer stakes and whole chain or staking ladders. Yeah, I just stake it now, and now I get both stakes. So, do you think the price of copied over Hex will be a lot less? No, because then people would buy it up. Especially because the copied over Hex gas fees are going to be like close to nothing. So I think it'll be bought up until. So here's what you have to think also. So this is an interesting thing I talked about. Like people are saying like maybe eHex is going to get left behind and it's going to be gone. In the current climate of gas fees, right? So you have eHex is expensive to stake and unstake and to buy. I'm saying there's gas fees. So maybe it'll be worth less because people are going to want to buy PX more. But what if, the T-share rate So if less people buy, then less people stake, and that means you earn more yield. So there comes a point where there's such a gap where, let's say you're earning 38% on PulseChain, or you're earning 35% or 30%, but you're earning 50, 60% on Ethereum. People are probably going to start buying more on Ethereum and then staking. So is it going to close the gap fully? Maybe not. But I think there should be some sort of difference in the price, but I don't think EX is going to zero. Personally, not financial advice. Do your own research. But guys, just remember, become a patron, support the show, and go to my website and book your free consultation today. You just go to furufinance.com, schedule your free call. Book now. You get the service description, book now. And then you just pick a time. Well, today there's no more, but you go to Sunday and there's availability. Look at that. Pick a time, and that's it. Send the Zoom link is there, and then you're good. Yeah, check that out. I didn't get any yesterday, which was a bummer. So if you're having questions and you need help navigating the crypto markets, go to furufinance.com today and check it out. But yeah, links in the chat. And Hi-Fi Language says, Bank of Canada just raised 0.25 and said it's the last rate hike for now. Yeah, I actually talked about this earlier in the show because basically one of my patrons is from Canada. He told me it was the last one. So I think the U.S. Fed is going to be a little bit more hawkish because the U.S. is the world reserve currency and they can be more hawkish. You know, like you saw when any of these global central banks raise rates, it collapsed their when the US raised rates, like their currency like really, well, actually when there was inflation, they had like considerably higher inflation, and maybe their economies couldn't handle the rate hikes as much. They were struggling, and I think the UN leaned on the US to stop raising rates, and Powell said no, we're going to keep doing it. So I think maybe we'll get 2 more rate hikes instead of 1. Canada did 1, so maybe we'll get 2, max 3, probably. But here's the thing about rate hikes, and this is from the great Peter Lynch. He said people think they could predict interest rates. The Federal Reserve themselves cannot predict interest rates. If you ask Jerome Powell what the interest rate is going to be in 2 months from now, he can't tell you, because that depends on the data. So if inflation, he can't tell you what inflation is going to be in 2 months. He can't. So it is a little bit dubious, to say the least. But yeah, 2 to 3, maybe 225, 225, or maybe 150, 125. Worst would be 150, 225. Hit the like, guys. Absolutely agree. And Davis, welcome. Thanks for tuning in again. Love you, man. And Brizology, what's up, fellas? What is up, Brizology? Always a pleasure having you in here. Phil Hammer, hey, what's up? Happy to find a Hex podcaster that speaks English clearly. Haha, thank you. I guess. I mean, not to insult the other ones, but okay, here we go. Burn Knoppers. I feel like the Pulse launch will be total chaos. 30,000 people are trying to swap coins at the same time. How on earth will that work out with only 20 to 50 transactions every 10 seconds? There are going to be a lot more than 20 to 50 transactions every 10 seconds, dude. But yeah, that's one. I mean, it's going to be able to handle the traffic. It's going to be total chaos in terms of the volatility. That much I can tell you. Cryptopia mania. Can you show your bank account or some trades you made that are profitable before I take any advice from a Furu? Funny. Yeah, I cannot because I don't trade. And when I did, I got wrecked because everyone that trades gets wrecked. So, but I'll tell you, some of these traders, they're making a lot of money on affiliate marketing for leverage trade platforms that let you take on 100x leverage on Bitcoin, which is already like 10x leverage the stock market, right? Like Bitcoin moves maybe, like 3-4x. Ethereum moves like 10x leverage the S&P 500, and they let you take 100x leverage on that, which means you're taking on like 1,000x leverage trading. And yeah, but hey, I'll get a good commission. I mean, not me, but yeah, that's what they think. It will be bought up if it starts. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, PX will be bought up. I think it's. I think it's gonna launch over a cent at least. PulseChain mainnet needs to launch before Bitcoin hits 35K. Guys, patience is the key. PLS very close to launch. Do your own research. Know how to sell not too early. Yeah, why does it need to? Here's actually an interesting thing. Interesting thought exercise. So Richard Hart is doubling down on the bottom call, and I mentioned someone asked this question yesterday. It's like, do you think if Richard Hart would have said the bottom's in, the hex price would skyrocket? So what was I thinking? Yeah, so it's interesting. So Richard Hart's doubling down on his 11K and pray, but a lot of people in Hex are sitting on the sidelines with cash because they think Richard Hart's going to be right. And they're thinking that when Bitcoin hits 11K, Hex is going to be lower and they'll get a better deal. So that could be holding the price of Hex back. Because whether or not you think Hex is correlated to the markets, I mean, it depends on when you look. But right now, it's been pretty correlated. It hasn't moved the same percentage points, but it has moved up and down, in tandem with Bitcoin. So I've been noticing like Hex's relative strength to Bitcoin compared to other altcoins is pretty weak. And I think a lot of that could be because people are reluctant to buy because they're waiting for 11K and pray. When you don't have that in other communities, you don't have that kind of thing. And while what Richard Hart says he's not big enough of a person, of like a figurehead yet, where he could affect the way the markets move for Bitcoin. I mean, nobody could move the markets where they want with their speech, but they could. Meaning, yeah, I mean, if Richard Hart was like, let's say, Jim Cramer, and he had a CNBC show every single night, and he said 11K and pray, like Bitcoin's not going to 11K, then that could disrupt the markets. But I don't know if it would. I guess he would be wrong, because buy the rumor, sell the news. I talk about it later, if that makes sense. Whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying, man. Point is that I think a lot of hexagons are reluctant to buy when they otherwise wouldn't be. And I think it's because of the 11K and pray. So if Richard Hart is right about 11K, then it's going to look really good. And those people are going to be, they're going to get a steal. But if he's wrong, which I think he is, but it's just my opinion, and I could totally be wrong, then they'll get left behind. And they'll probably, I mean, there will come a point where there's going to be like a bottom confirmation kind of thing, like once Bitcoin's like 40K. So Hex will be considerably higher, although it would have been, yeah. And then they're probably going to, be like, screw it, the bottom's in, and then they're going to buy Hex, and it's just and they're going to get a way worse deal. They're going to probably have to buy it at like 10, 15 cents instead, but it'll pump our bags. But yeah, no, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good idea that he's doubling down. I know he tried to make it clear that like that doesn't necessarily mean that Hex didn't bottom. He said that during the conference, but I don't think a lot of people really care. I think a lot of people just think if Bitcoin's going 11K, Hex is going to under a penny. And that's not hurting Bitcoin, but that is hurting Hex. So yeah, but before you're watching, hit the like button and subscribe, and then go to my website and book a one-on-one, or check out my blog, or join the Patreon. That's the benefits and discounts tab, or sign up for the newsletter. Got a lot of cool stuff there. furufinance.com. But I didn't get any free bookings yesterday, so if someone wants to book a free consultation, that'll be nice. Cryptomania says if he can call the bottom correctly, he'll be able to convert a lot of non-believers and or haters. Yeah, I guess. But also, what if he doesn't call it correctly? Then he's going to look not so good. But between me and you, it still looks amazing because everyone thought it was going 100 and he said 11. So if it went down to 15,500, I think he could still brag. The same way I think he could still brag even though it double topped. The guy's a freaking legend. I mean, I didn't think it was going down to 15,500 when it was at 69,000. I thought it was going to 100K for sure. So he's a legend. I'm not. But that doesn't mean he's right this time. Physiology. Yeah, I bought too much in November. I thought December would pump and January would dump. Yeah, that's why you just got a DCA. So yeah, I mean, it hasn't even doubled its bottom yet. So I DCA. I just DCA. DCA is the way. It's the only way to do it. Like automatic, same time every week or whatever, every 2 weeks. I mean, every day would be a little too much in gas fees, but you got to just, when it goes up, buy. When it goes down, buy. Not financial advice. Do your own research. Hex soon 10 cents. I hope so. Hi, do you think all this new YouTubers like BitBoy, Altcoin Daily will help with the mass adoption? I guess. I mean, more people talking about crypto on YouTube definitely helps with mass adoption. But that doesn't mean that they're good people to listen to, you know? I mean, yeah. I mean, but if they weren't the biggest accounts, then other people would be, and maybe those people will be more credible. But I mean, they're not good in many ways. I think they do a lot of things that are very not good. In terms of paid reviews, whatever you want to call it. So I think that's not good. And that, yeah, I guess that's not good for crypto, but nobody really knows about that. It's like still like only the people in crypto really know what these people are up to. Like only the people in crypto really know that a lot of these influencers are taking money to shill tokens they don't even believe in because they get paid for it. So, I mean, overall, I guess it's good, but it could be better. You know, if like Richard Hart was at that caliber, it would be better than if Bitcoin or BitBoy or Altcoin Daily were that at that level. So, I mean, it's good in comparison to having nothing, but there could be better ones out there, right? What do you think about the amount of T shares now being over 10% compared to liquid amount? Since day 1049, I think it moved up 10%. What do you mean? The T shares now being over 10% compared to the liquid. I mean, like 10% of the Hex outstanding is staked. It used to be only 5%. I guess that's bullish. I don't know. I mean, because you're saying T-share, the amount of T-shares, compared to the liquid hex. So like 10% of the hex's stake is what you're saying. And I think that's good, yeah. It's better than being 5%. Bitcoin hits 11K, then Richie is Satoshi. Maybe. Who knows? We don't know, right? DCA has worked out good for me. Good advice. Thank you. Not financial advice, but thank you. Eric Ukaj. What? That's the thing. Like if you're in the right asset, then DCA can't hurt. The problem is if you're in the wrong one. So if you're in something that's going to zero, then you're going to DCA to zero. But if you're in something that goes up, right, you're in the right company, like you're in the right stock, or you're in the right crypto, you chose well, and your conviction is strong based on the metrics, then it can always win. It can never lose, and always win. And how do you know what is the right one? There are metrics for that. Go to furufinance.com and book today. What did you think for all this FUD in all centralized exchanges in DeFi world? The next bull market will all DEX and DeFi. It's not going to be all, but it's definitely going to be DEXs are definitely going to be, they're definitely going to be more adopted. Like more people are going to be using them, better adoption, but there's still going to be centralized exchanges with probably better regulation. But still probably a lot of them will go down because pay all your bills, spend some money on fun stuff. Then when you get your next paycheck, dump whatever you had left in the last paycheck into crypto. Yeah. You have to have enough money to live. I don't even spend it on fun stuff, dude. I don't have any fun. Like, I don't even have any fun. I buy what I need for my expenses, and then I have money in the bank to support me if the well runs dry and I don't earn money. Like, I could live for like probably a year. And then, in access to that, it's just Hex. I don't even do fun stuff. Fun stuff is for the bull market. Not the bear market. Right now, we're grinding, dude. Right now, we're grinding. And, right now, we are working hard. Every day, streaming. Every day, 12 p.m. Eastern time, except for Saturday. And Sunday, I'm doing the Zoom for patrons and also one-on-ones and also Twitter and the newsletter, which you could sign up for in the description. So right now is no fun stuff for me, dude. I have not had fun. It's like the summer. I have not have any fun. And I don't mind. I mean, this is fun, but I haven't had any fun in the sense of fun, like go out fun or go on a vacation fun. DCA at the same time, whatever the price. Why even do TA all the time? 100% agree. 100% agree. Like having a spine over deceiving others. Yeah. Not sure exactly what you're referring to, but I agree with the statement. More people are now staking. Yes, it was 9.45. Furu Finance, I think SPX is trying to say stake tax is over 10%, not T-shares. Yeah. Hex could go to zero like any other crypto. It can. Same. I'm grinding right now. No time for fun. There you go. See, I'm in good company. I have like a friend who was buying crypto when it was up at like 69,000, like I remember like when Bitcoin was at like 40,000, he thought he was buying the dip. Like he was calling me up, should I put in 10K? And I'm like, I wouldn't do it personally, but I'm not a financial advisor and whatever. And it worked out pretty well. And then now we're down here. now we're down here and he's buying like a car, like in like a very nice car, when it could be going into things like crypto, which he even believes in, but he's just like thinking it's going to go down more. And I don't know. That's part of the buying tops and selling bottoms. So time preference has to be on point, and I think mine is, and I think I'm doing the right thing. But I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. So you have to do your own research. And then Brasology says, if you are in Southern California, I'll be throwing a Hex Pulsechain meetup at a brewery. Thinking mid-February. I did one on December 3rd. It was great. Oh, yeah, no, I would love that. But I'm in New York. Yeah, I'm so not a California person. It's hilarious. But you look like one with those sunglasses and stuff. I'm like reverse California, a real New Yorker. But yeah, if you want to pay for my flight, hey. But yeah, so we got 33 people watching, and please like, subscribe, and go to furufinance.com and book your free one-on-one today and become a patron. Do we have any other questions? And then he's saying, sweet, you are not that far. What? I don't know. Just drive on over. It's a week drive, right? It's like 5 days or something. I don't know. That's so funny on Anton. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody outside of New York hates New York because New Yorkers believe that everything not in New York is irrelevant. So yeah, it doesn't really work out well. New Yorkers think that if you're not, like, they call it, if you're not in New York or something's not in New York, it's out of town. Like everything's out of town, including LA. But I've been in San Diego, and that place is beautiful. Really nice. Like I think it's way nicer than LA. So, but yeah, San Diego is where it's at. And Chad says, I spent 1.5 years in Connecticut area on a client site management consulting. How was? Did you enjoy? 3 days. Okay. I don't know if I could handle that. We might just have to wait until Hex is over $1. All Hex YouTubers and PulseChain, PulseX sacrificers should quit all social media. You're clearly a hater, dude. You're clearly a hater. But I guess it is good to see haters because that means that there's outreach. That's what I say about TikTok, because in TikTok, on TikTok, my videos get a lot of haters, and on YouTube, not so many. So I like that you're here, and I like that you've been watching since the beginning. So shout out to you, man. And you're the man. I love you. So I love you, man. Cryptomania. We're not going anywhere, but Brazology. San Diego is nice. Also, Orange County is nice. LA is gross. I go to LA to remind myself how much I appreciate Orange County. Yeah, I've been in Orange County. That is nice. In fact, my first skateboard was the Orange County Chopper, and I wasn't really good at skateboarding, but I did buy a skateboard. I sucked at it. January 10th took some getting used to. I'm from southeastern state. Southeastern, so South Florida. Oh wow, yeah, Florida or Georgia or South Carolina. Ben's from South Carolina. He's living it up there. Nicer people too. Yeah, no, it's rough. It's not so bad actually right now, but it's rough. Are there any more questions? I guess until you guys ask more, I'll either, if there's none, then we could call it. We've been going for an hour, but just remember to go to furufinance.com, schedule your free call, or become a patron, or do both. We got some great benefits, and we're having a Zoom call this Sunday. For the patrons, all tiers. But yeah, schedule your free one-on-one today. We got more comments. Donner Schwans is the Florida man. What's up with Hedron? It's so down. Let's check it out. Let's check out the Hedron price. I mean, so we have right here a bump and run. I'm kidding. It's not so down. I mean, it's down. Could be doing better, I guess. I guess it's not doing so well relative to the market. Here's the thing, man. Hedron people get for free. People mint Hedron. People buy Hex. Or people mint Hex, but they need to buy Hex in order to mint Hex. So that's why I don't buy Hedron, but I mint it. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not a hater. I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I wasn't sharing my screen. Damn it. I'm sorry. So yeah. So I mean, it might be down. It's not so down, but it's down, and it hasn't had a lot of uptime. A lot of that's because it launched in a bear. It launched like when Hex was at 20, and then it went down a lot. How's Hedron going to do this upcoming bull market? I think it's going to do okay, but it's hard for me to imagine it overperforming Hex, even on Ethereum, because there are a lot of people that mint enough Hedron to drain the liquidity pool. I think someone could correct me if I'm wrong, and they're probably not going to do it, but they're probably more likely to sell it than they are their Hex, which is either locked up for years, up to 15 years, or liquid, but they bought it. So here's the thing with like a free crypto. It's very easy to get adoption and grow your community, but it's very hard to move up. It's very hard to move up in price. That was my take. A free crypto, but so Hedron could have made it that it wasn't free or whatever, but then at the same time, then like maybe no one would care about it. Probably there would be considerably less people actually caring about it. But now that everyone got it for free, they have a big community. So I don't know. I mean, I'll be happy. The thing is, I'll be happy if Hedron does a 10,000x, which is like the likelihood of that is like pretty much zero or like very, very low. But if let's say it does what some people think it's going to do, people think it's like, I'm good. I'll get a lot of money coming to me minted free every day. And I'm also going to get whatever Hex does, which let's say, is 1,000x or 500x or 300x, whatever. But if you're only buying Hedron and Hex does well, but Hedron doesn't do well, you're not in such good shape. So I think it's a little foolish that people are buying Hedron. I think a lot of it is that there's like a lot of zeros preceding the actual digits, and that's what Hex was when it was early. It launched at 0.0003 or 4 zeros and then like a whatever. So people are like, hey, like, we're early. It's in the beginning. Hex already did a 10,000x, but distribution matters. Game theory matters, and when everyone's minting it for free, I mean, you could stick whatever staking you want on top of it. It's gonna be hard to get those mad gains. It's like just a poor foundation. So, no disrespect to Hedron, but yeah, I think it's foolish. People are buying massive amounts of it. But yeah, is there any reason to have liquid Hedron? I mean, if you want to sell it, or if you want to buy the HSIs, then yeah. Or if you want to sell it in a short period of time. Someone bought 60,000 USD of Hedron yesterday. That's a lot. Hey, will your PulseChain go to the moon? I hope so. I think it will. 3:30 p.m. on January 25th, someone bought 60,000 of Hedron. Crazy. That is crazy. No, Jupiter. It's going to blast right through that asteroid field of Mars. Yeah. It's the HSI auctions. I think KSB Lion showed people on live stream about it and has got people more involved, maybe. Oh, someone bought the 60K so they could buy HSI. Okay. Wait, if Richard Hart says that the Grayscale Trust needs to the discount needs to close in order for Bitcoin to go up, does that mean that the discount on HSIs and the perpetuals does that need to close as well in order for Hex to go up? I don't think so. I think that the discount will close as the price goes up. As I think with the Grayscale discount, I don't think it's like discount closes bottom and then up. It's like as it goes up, the discount will probably start closing. Does Richard Hart accept Hedron ICOs as a benevolent utility towards Hex? He definitely he doesn't hate it. He definitely doesn't hate it. And he has a good relationship with Alex. I think they even asked him before they did it, and he said it's okay. I'm sure he's not crazy about it. Like he obviously thinks Hex is better, but yeah. Also, you have to understand, like, the OA gets to mint a lot of Hedron and Icosa. Like the OA claimed the 10x multiplier, right? So that's another thing. Like, let's say the price is like outperforming Hex and everyone's into Hedron. The OA could literally just pull liquidity and it goes to zero. There's the possibility of that. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Hedron's going to outperform, but even if you get past everything, like the free mint and all those things, like, you still have to get past the OA. Will there be a V3 testnet for PulseX? Yes, I think. Romania, Davis, Clown. You better watch out. Davis is a mod, dude. David has the power. Davis can nuke you. I'm sure he wouldn't abuse it, but I don't know. I wouldn't act like that if I were you. Hedron to a penny, lol. I got 1/3 of Hedron to my Hex. Maybe. Listen, if Hedron hits a penny, I'll be super happy. But I don't know. That's what, a 300x? Think of Hedron and Icos as higher risk, possibly higher reward. I have a little, but not worth the risk of making that big bag. Why is it higher reward? I think it's higher risk and probably lower reward. But yeah, I mean, having some, can't blame you. I mean, there's also just like the curiosity, you know, like you can't help but having to get into the new things. So maybe you just want to give a little to satiate that need, that like you're not going to miss out. You're not going to be like, oh, I saw it when it was 0.0003 and now it's $100. Usually that doesn't happen. And usually you see those things when they're low, but like how many other coins did you see at low price points that didn't do well? So what's the chances of you getting the right one? Like, you can't beat yourself up for missing out on a big opportunity. But not financial advice, and do your own research. And of course, go to furufinance.com. I want a booking, okay? I deserve it. I'm kidding. I deserve nothing. I only deserve what you guys give me. But I didn't get one yesterday, and I was a little bummed. But yeah, furufinance.com. Schedule a free one-on-one today. Did you know all PulseChain sacrificers are going to be millionaires? What if they sell early? Most of them probably will. But only if you sacrifice 100. Okay. Who sacked the 49 million for PulseX? It was Richard Hart. Maybe. I don't know. Do you know? If everyone sacked USDC or USDT instead of stablecoins, PulseChain would have launched by now. What? USDC and USDT are stablecoins. You mean instead of ERC20s? No, I don't think so. I don't know why you would say that. It would be able to pay for it to go faster. I don't think so. I think he's got a lot of money. I think that Richard guy has a lot of money. But I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. An ERC20 and Hex, maybe. I don't think so, but I don't know. We got 30 watching. Please like and subscribe. A lot of people I haven't seen before, and it's a pleasure doing this with you guys. I hope you guys could subscribe to the channel and keep coming back, because I'm live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm also available on Sunday for patrons, and sometimes weekdays and things like that. You don't know if Richard is rich or not. You kind of do. I mean, you don't know if fine, so you don't know if anyone's rich or not. The likelihood of being rich is very high. I mean, you don't know if anyone's rich or not. I mean, what if they're really not rich? You could say that about anyone, but you just know, you know. If you know, you know. IYK. Is there any news that has gone on that I missed or anything? Or anything like that? Moon Lambo. Was he rich before Hex? Yes. He was in Bitcoin in 2011. In fact, like, he was a regular on the Max Kaiser show. He was a regular with Max and Stacy. So that means he's been in Bitcoin for a long time. He said he was mining 25 Bitcoin blocks. And even then, he says he was retired. So he's got money, dude. He's got a lot of money. But yeah. Davis will banish you to the globular earth, which doesn't exist. Don't get sent to purgatory. Yep. He could do that. Richard Hart is legit. Yeah. He's the realist. Yeah, Richard Hart is legit. I agree 100%. Are there any more questions? I'm caught up on the chat, so I'm allowed to shill. Go to furufinance.com. Schedule your free call today. There's all the links there. You could go to all my social media accounts. So you can go to Facebook. No one follows me there. So go to my Facebook page, like everything. Twitter, YouTube. I don't have Instagram yet. And then there's Patreon, and then there's the blog. Sam Bankman-Fried doesn't seem to be in the news anymore. Seems like he will just disappear and retire to some island off the coast of Japan, never to be seen again. No, he's on bail. He's on bail. I think he's going to jail. I thought originally maybe he'd get away with it, but it's not looking like that's the case anymore. But we'll see. Also, they're trying to get Carolyn Ellison. They got her to testify, and they got like one other executive to testify. Usually when they get people to testify, that means they're going after the big dog, and Sam Bankman-Fried is the big dog. So I think he's going to go away for 30 years, probably. In my opinion, not legal advice or financial advice or whatever. The question is if FTX is done, because I know they're trying to make a comeback. Hal Merlos, welcome to the show. Richard Hart should be on Forbes magazine for richest man on earth. Not yet. Oh, and another thing, guys. TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Make sure you guys join the Telegram. Are you guys in the Telegram for TikTok and YouTube Shorts? You do not have to be a TikToker or a YouTube Shorter to be in the Telegram supporting those in Hex making TikToks and YouTube Shorts. Remember that. They're posting their TikToks and YouTube Shorts, and they're posting in the Telegram. And when people post it in the Telegram, you can be in the Telegram and click on it and like it and comment and repost. And that drives up engagement. And someone said earlier in the chat that the engagement is very, very high on TikTok. They're seeing a lot of Hex Richard Hart content, which is big. And if that keeps going, Hex is going to go viral. That is the single greatest, most economically efficient and most efficient method of achieving virality. It's not a museum. It's not a car. It's not a commercial. It's not a television or YouTube influencer appearance. It is TikTok and YouTube Shorts. We're in the digital age, guys. Get with the times. So the people that are making TikToks, let me just shout out some of them. And thanks for joining SBD Talks. Let me give a shout out to some of these TikTokers. Whoops. We got in the Telegram right now. We got Seek5555. Awesome. Go to, guys, open your TikToks right now, and you're going to follow these accounts. Seek, SEEK 5555. Nico Hilsensauer, unbelievable work. Nico Hilsensauer. Should I just share screen? I'll share the screen. These people deserve our attention. You know what? Let me just pee, and then I'm going to actually go through the TikTokers and go through your chats. And feel free to like the video and subscribe. Ooh, we're back. Let's go to TikTok. We got Furu Finance, obviously. Seek 5555. Boom. Follow this guy. Seek 5555 at Seek 555. Then we got Nico. Nico H Education. Great work. Are you guys following him? At time_2_educate. Then we got Charlie 2020. My chess moves. Great stuff over here. These people are putting in some serious work. Then we got RH Max. He's been stepping it up. Go follow him. I'm sure you guys are subscribed to him on YouTube. We got Ben Dubard. Friend. Whoops. Here, there we go. And we got VRD Hex is a big one. Great work. Great work by VRD Hex. He's a pro. We got Crypto Truth. Sweet. And Dutch Hexagon. I could go on forever, so I don't know where he is. Whatever. You got to follow these people. They're doing the work that needs to be done. They're doing the work that needs to be done. So shout out to them. But yeah, I guess we'll go for a few more minutes. Just joined, and it's good. A lot of good stuff, and awesome. Hopefully, you can start posting. Moon Lambo. When will Richard Hart make PulseChain do 10,000x like Hex? What will liquidity be like? $50,000 sells going to kill the price, you think? I don't think Richard Hart is going to make PulseChain do 10,000x. I don't think he made Hex do it. And I mean, nobody knows if he did, but I think it did it because it's awesome. So I think PulseChain is going to do it. It can, but at the same time, there are a lot more wallets, starting in PulseChain. So I keep saying like Hex had like 4,000 wallets. So if you get a double requires bringing in 4,000. That's a 100% increase, right? But with PulseChain, to get a 100% increase, you need 25,000 or 20 or 30,000 or something. So I mean, that does the percentage increase, I think, correlates with price. When there's more people, when there's less people in the beginning, there's just more people to onboard. Right? Like as more people get in, it gets heavier. So I think it's going to do very, very well. 10,000x in under 2 years was exceptional. I don't know if PulseChain is going to do that, but I think it's going to do very, very well. And I don't think 50,000 is going to kill the price. No. And go to furufinance.com and book your consultation. Brazology, no, he's staying in the US, I presume. Yeah. His parents both teach at Stanford. He was only in Bahamas for when FTX. Well, it didn't go too far for him, did it? Just showed me like he's an untouchable mafioso. Hey, I think he's going away. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. I'd be very surprised if he'd get out of this one. because the media is not protecting him anymore. But yeah, we've been going for an hour 30. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. I will be around. I'm actually doing a special live stream on Sunday with a wild SJ. Special guest, special live stream, 12 p.m. Eastern. Normally, I do not do live streams on Sunday, but I'm doing a double header. So I'm doing one for my patrons, and I'm doing one for you guys. And hopefully you guys become patrons. So wild SJ, just a reminder, you can book a free one-on-one at furufinance.com. You could become a patron. You can become a TikToker. Okay. But that's about it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys on Sunday.